top-secret facility underground.
It's almost like he knows the camera is there.
Yeah, but I can't see his face.
They make trades and they win big every because of the disc. That was his secret. And I found it.
How?
I don't know.
All right, we got WikiLeaks.org Clinton emails. Shoot. Open source, that's a link. So much is open source. So much left to be connected. Why are the children in Haiti in high demand? How are they smuggled out? Adoption process. Local staging ports friendly to Clinton Foundation. Track donations. Cross against location relative to Haiti. Think logically. The choice to know will be yours. More Clinton emails. 3672. Who are we taught to trust the most? This will not be easy. The end. 629. So much is open source. So much left to be connected. Why are the children in Haiti in high demand? How are they smuggled out? Adoption process. Local staging ports friendly to Clinton Foundation. Track donations. Cross against location relative to Haiti. Think logically. The choice to know will be yours. Watch the water Q. Big news week. Not over yet. North Korea is willing to discuss giving up nuclear weapons, South says. Question mark? Wait and see. Riri drops. You have more than you know. Eyes in the sky. Sum of all fears. So we got triangles right there. What is that? TR3B? Illuminati? What are we doing? Logic says they simply would not report it. Total viewers limited. Message controlled. Truth shadows. Trust the plan. Q. Drop the video. Play it in Times Square. Stage set. Google, Facebook, Twitter, etc. are regulated. Mainstream media is controlled. Use logic. Trust the plan. More steel connections with Hillary Rodham Clinton and the Clinton Foundation. One of the attendees of these conferences speaks to the stickiness of some donor relationships. One of the attendees of the conferences speaks to the stickiness of some donor relationships. Victor Pinchcook, a steel magnate whose father-in-law, Leonid Kuchma, was president of Ukraine from 1994 to 2005, has directed between $10 million and $25 million to the foundation. He has lent his private plane to the Clintons and traveled to Los Angeles in 2011 to attend Mr. Clinton's star-studded 65th birthday celebration. Between September 2011 and November 2012, Douglas E. Schoen, a former political consultant for Mr. Clinton, arranged about a dozen meetings with State Department officials on behalf of or with Mr. Pinchcook to discuss the continuing political crisis in Ukraine. According to reports, Mr. Schoen filed as a registered lobbyist. I had breakfast with Pinchcook or whatever. He will see you at the Brookings lunch. Milan Vervier, a Ukraine American then working for the State Department, wrote in a June 2012 email to Miss Clinton. New York Times, politics, Hillary Clinton presidential campaign charity. Keep digging, Anon. They have foundations and institutes for a reason. Stupid. Q. First boom revealed. Did you catch it? The last will be magical. Q. Kobe Steel. Oh, doobly-dee. Hold on. Kobe Steel admits data fraud went on nearly 5 decades. CEO to quit. Kobe Steel Limited admitted on Tuesday its data fraud had been going on nearly 5 decades and also revealed new cases of cheating, highlighting the challenges facing the 112-year-old company mired in compliance failures and malfeasance. Japan's third biggest steel maker said its CEO will step down to take responsibility for a widespread data fraud scandal that came to light last year. Although doubts remain over its corporate culture and the possibility of future fines, Kobe Steel, which supplies steel parts to manufacturers of cars, planes, and trains around the world, admitted last year to supplying products with falsified specifications to about 500 customers, throwing global supply chains into turmoil. The company is announcing the results from a 4-month-long investigation by an external committee. Said it also found new cases of impropriety, widening the total affected clients to 605, including 222 customers overseas. Back it up. These people are stupid. Wait for Russia. China report. Sabotage. Investigation. 99,999,999. Q. How did Q know they were going to be in front of that picture this time? Trust the plan. Do you believe in coincidences? Only the beginning. Let's take that. Bam. Let's go like this. Bam. Do it. Do it. No. There you are. There you are. Just copy it and I'll just figure it out later. A parade that will never be forgotten. Ask yourself why. God bless our brave men and women in uniform. We will never forget. So basically, yeah. Steel was used for military grade projects. So, steel used for military grade projects was made inferior by our enemies as a method to weaken. It was. Hussein knew and authorized. Renegade. Son of a bitch. I already did this, so I was just catching up on those last ones. Bye-bye. All right, what's going on? All right, so I just woke up. Well, actually, I didn't just wake up. But I've been configuring markets things, you know what I'm saying? I woke up to a very good thing, kind of. So I just want to talk about what markets are doing right now, because gold did spike this morning. All right, so gold did spike. I want to talk right now. It's GLD is up about $1.75, $1.80, which translates to almost $20 in gold. So I want to talk about what's going on with China right now, because there is some chatter about us going to war, possibly by next month. All right. We see what's going on with the trade wars. We see what's going on everywhere. As far as, it seems like this was planned out. I'm not exactly sure what is going to go on, but I just want to let you know gold has gained because the dollar index dropped with these Korea talks, it says, but I'm not so sure it's because of the Korea talks. Always on these platforms, they always throw you kind of some BS. Like, not the real reason. Oh, because of the Korea talks. I'm not so sure. I think it is because, also the dollar index dropped. So, trade row under watch, they say. Silver is rallying. Gold is going to finish its best in 2 weeks. And then you have this. Oh, so it's planned. It says it was planned out over 5 months ago. ... Right? So I'm trying to give you information, but I don't know exactly what's going to go on. I don't know exactly what the timetables are, obviously. And I don't even know what we're going to do. But I can see China is getting all worked up. We are imposing tariffs. It does seem like we are getting ready for some sort of action. There is cyber fuzz going on. And then we have Q posting. This was at 8:48 p.m. last night. At Snowden, welcome to China. Border crossing -3. Spartans in darkness. So at Snowden, welcome to China. Border crossing -3. Spartans in darkness. And then at 9 last night, he's saying water. Why is this event big? Water. Why is this event big? What does it signify? Why is North Korea out of the news? Well, they're not out of the news. They're not. I'm looking at them right on here. We're talking about the gold gaining as the dollar index drops with Korea talks. I mean, I guess they are out of the news as far as... So, I don't know. I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I don't think North Korea is out of the news, but I mean, he talks in this weird, or they talk in this weird, I don't know. As the world turns, Q. Oh, what do we got here? Okay. Let's actually save that. Oh, no, I don't want to put that as my thumbnail. They'll censor that right away because of Kim Jong-un. So it's again saying watch the water. Watch the water, Q. Water, why is this event big? What does it signify? Why is North Korea out of the news as the world turns, Q? 9/11. He posts at 9/11 a lot. So this is in response to an anon. Calm. Or no, what is going on? I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is. But it says Q up here. But then under it's 56, 28, 42. Calm, tranquil, setting sun, dusk, peaceful end to the 70-year-old nightmare. No more division, no more fuse. Setting sun of the fake half of the hermit kingdom in a tranquil manner. Kimboy looks beaten, puffing out chest in last act of defiance. Now, it seems like Q posted an anon saying this. It doesn't seem like Q wrote that. So it's an anon. It's somebody saying this about looking at that picture. So it seems like Q posted somebody looking at this picture. Okay? This was yesterday at 9:31 p.m. Future proves past. You have so much more than you know. Biggest intel drop in our known history. It would be, if he could just point us to what he's talking about, but I guess it's just, to spawn people to start looking. People start looking in a lot of different directions when you don't give specifics. I mean, I can't tell you how much research is done on these keystones and different names, so I understand. Future proves past. You have so much more than you know. Biggest intel drop in our known history. And then it seems like, well, what do we got here? Watch the water. I'll be honest with you, it seems like watch the water, North Korea, tsunami, or some sort of poisoning. You have back here, you have it going through the city. Why do you keep saying faster charger? Get off my back. All right, and then right here, you got this going down. The sun setting. Watch the water Q. And there's been a lot of things, as far as speculation on something that, I mean, it's on the back of the money. So, you know what I'm saying? No one knows the timetable, but it's on the back of the freaking money. And we already know that 9/11 happened. All the like half the stuff that's on the money has happened. So, and then it says watch the water. And you have a tidal wave coming through New York. So, I know he pointed to poisoning of the Potomac and bio attacks, things like this. So, pretty much stay vigilant. That's all I could tell you with that. So at 9:40 yesterday, learn double meanings. News unlocks map. Why is steel so important? Expand your thinking. So this is the CIA.gov library reading room. I'm going to have to go. I was able to, before, I was able to like copy like text on this. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to have to go to HN and get that, or just type it all in. All right. And I'll leave the that link right there under the freaking video. All right, right here it's 9:43. So this is another PDF. Looks like it's a different PDF. That's 5-7. This is 4-5. So we got some reading. Why was the hunt for removed? So they captured it. They captured it, or they found it, or they eliminated it. There's a lot of booms, a lot of strange stuff in the skies. People are seeing a lot of, anomalies, if you will, in the skies. A lot of weird lights, a lot of weird lighting, a lot of, I forget where it was. Possible, I don't know. It was, I forget where it was, but it was at 12 o'clock at night, and it seemed like the fire was in the sky. Like a fire, there was a fire, but there wasn't a fire. But it was lit up like it was basically sunset. It was lit up literally like this. Literally like this at 12 o'clock at night. So why was the hunt for removed in the hunt for the Red October? Expand your thinking. Why was the hunt for removed? Not related to money or trade. The map has everything. News, tweets, unlock the map. So this is 5-7. So this is more reading here. This is the reading room, CIA reading room. Red October steel plant. Red October steel plant. Hold on, Central Intelligence Agency. What is this? Central Intelligence Agency. No, let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. No, no, no. Let's go to 8chan. Don't do that to me. I don't like it when I can't look at the things up close. Don't post a picture that I can't look at, and you know what I mean? Pisses me off. Let's let this load. You're just gonna have to bear with me. Let's maybe get some. What is it? All right, so here we go. Why was the hunt for removed? Expand your thinking. Not related to money or trade. The map has everything. News and tweets unlocks the map. Somebody talking about when the water breaks, rebirth. You also have the birthing of the Antichrist, right? Which is no joke. No joke. We're talking about double meanings here. Q, Kim's hands tied. So that's asking a question. Covert action, special Nazis, the Vatican, and CIA. 56 pages. This one might take a while, but it probably explains Godfather 3. Past posts are the map. So past posts are the map. Payback for today. 2/24/1920. Nazi Party formed. Covert action. Information bulletin. Special Nazis, the Vatican, and CIA. Well, it looks like there is the PDF. No, not again today. Let me just do this. You should read it. Knights of Malta, torture, all sorts of really deep, good stuff in here. Dude, no, I'm done with you now. Go away. Oh, that's freaking annoying, right? I gotta keep my hand. Big day, thanks. It was found. I gotta keep my hand on the phone, or that thing will come back. Red October has nothing to do with steel? Question mark? We always break links. Outdated Russian steel plant. Outdated American steel plants. Without tariffs, there won't be investment in American plants. Add an S to the HTTP for secure, obviously. Waking up is hard to do. Paraphrase Neil Sedaka, you actually go through the stages of grief, denial, anger, acceptance. All right, so do you think the Asia Live op posted was for nothing? Hold on. Do you think the Asia Live op posted was for nothing? We can burn the CIA to the ground now, right? That was a Q post. Why wasn't it highlighted? Do you think the Asia Live op posted was for nothing? That could be an easily edited photo for the cover. But not just Trump. Any suggestions on who else to watch? Kim and Assange have been active. What about 72 seconds? All right. USS CV is not a naval destroyer. It is a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. There is a big difference. In addition to GI already noted, spray-painted horns behind it, consistent with a clock time in the right corner, writing in the window to the left, some type of code, because the guy behind Red October had been found. Because the guy behind Red October had been found, there was some tie-in to an underground data facility in Henderson, Nevada. It's so crazy how there's all these tie-ins. Underground facility. I'm telling you, underground stuff is big right now here. Now that was in Henderson, Nevada. I'm guessing communists got arrested. Since most heavy military tech and structures require steel, steel is a national security issue. You can't repair or build anything if the enemy cuts off your steel supply. Also with war, yeah, so that's what I was trying to say. Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say is there's all kinds of things that are pointing to we're going to war. Of course, during, peacetime, you're going to have open trade, and especially with these these traders that were selling out our company, of course they're going to give these steel to China. I mean, right now we have places in San Francisco that are falling apart with Chinese steel. Of course the Chinese are going to sell us steel that falls apart and makes our infrastructure. They're our enemy. That's what we're doing. They're selling out to the China. Why do you think Chinese supplies? Do you think China supplies their own people? Well, maybe they do, because China is a horrible place. But, I mean, I don't know. It is, though. But there's also good. But they probably do sell their own people all this bad stuff. But do you think the medicine and the steel and all this crap you get from China It's always just crap. You know what I'm saying? It's also because they're selling to their enemy. So most heavy military technology and structures require steel. Steel is a national security issue. You can't repair or build anything if the enemy cuts off your steel supply. That's a good one. During World War II, Stalin was known for simply packing up entire factories onto rail cars and moving them out of the war zone. It's not inconceivable that one or more of these post-move facilities would be lost track of. Oops, hit reply too quick. Delete last post. Battle of Stalingrad. Why does this matter now? I'd really like for you to get rid of that stupid thing. Copy it. Great. Get out of my life. The Battle of Stalingrad, which was August 23rd, 1942 through February 2nd, 1943, was a major confrontation of World War II in which Nazi Germany and its allies fought the Soviet Union for control of the city of Stalingrad, now Volgograd, in southern Russia. Marked by fierce close-quarter combat and direct assaults on civilian and air raids, it is often regarded as the single largest, nearly 2.2 million personnel, and bloodiest, 1.7 to 2 million killed, wounded, or captured battle in history of warfare. It was an extremely costly defeat for German forces, and the Army High Command had to withdraw vast military forces from the west to replace their losses. The German offensive to capture Stalingrad began in August 42, using the 6th Army and elements of the 4th Panzer Army. The attack was supported by intensive Luftwaffe bombing that reduced much of the city to rubble. The fighting degenerated into house-to-house fighting. Both sides poured reinforcements into the city. By mid-November 42, the Germans had pushed the Soviet defenders back at great cost into narrow zones along the west bank of the Volga River. On 19 November 42, Red Army launched Operation Uranus, a two-pronged attack targeting the weaker Romanian and Hungarian armies, protecting the German 6th Army flanks. The Axis forces on the flanks were overrun and the 6th Army was cut off and surrounded in the Stalingrad area. Adolf Hitler ordered that the army stay in Stalingrad and make no attempt to break out. Instead, attempts were made to supply the army by air and to break the encirclement from outside. Heavy fighting continued for another 2 months. By the beginning of February 43, the Axis forces in Stalingrad had exhausted their ammunition and food. The remaining units of the 6th Army surrendered. The battle lasted 5 months, 1 week, and 3 days. No, it's a split-screen image. About the cover, left photo, Greek woman hanged at Volos 43 by Nazi occupiers. Right photo, President Reagan and Chancellor Kohl. May 5th, 85. May 5th. At Bitburg Military Cemetery. I know folks say Benjamin Fulford is suspect, but he posted this in February. Former cabal bagman Henry Kissinger may been secretly shuttling around the world negotiating the creation of this government, multiple sources confirm. After his previous meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump in October, Kissinger said the Trump administration is overseeing a moment when the opportunity to build a constructive, peaceful world order is very great. Last week, after he met Trump, he said something new and remarkable will emerge out of the Trump administration. One remarkable thing Kissinger told Trump last week was that North and South Korea were going to announce the reunification of the Korean Peninsula, maybe on March 24th, according to a Japanese royal family source who recently met with Kissinger. North Korea was controlled by the Rothschilds and South Korea by David Rockefeller. But now that David has died, there's no reason to keep the peninsula divided, this source says. Ooh. Let's go ahead and we'll just copy that for later. Thank you. Maybe op retard is finally over. No, I mean, when you don't add the HTTPS, it doesn't go to the site. Some start at the subdomain and copy, which is why they were getting the error. Reading is the first step. Learn. That's the damn picture I was trying to go to. So it has, here, let's go to this. Let's go to this. Let's go to this. That's the whole reason why I came over here. But this is actually very, very, very informative. Do you see why I read the Chans every day? And by the way, I need to say something. You shouldn't post on the Chans. Let the Chans be the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? Like, only post if it's like really good. And I'm talking about people that are, just come there. Because it's such cream of the crop that like every post, like bam, 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 you know what I mean? Just cream, cream, cream. All right, information report. Secret control, U.S. officials, country, the USSR, Stalingrad, Oblast. Subject, Red October steel plant in Stalingrad. You have so much more than you know, so much. Future proofs pass. News unlocks map. Equals plus, 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 plus. Red October. So we're talking about a freaking steel plant in Stalingrad. The hunt for the Red October was a steel plant in Stalingrad. We got to go to that freaking picture. I mean, and okay, here is one of the definitive answers to Q's Red October reference in this PDF, and maybe the Iron Eagle reference too. Here is one of the definitive answers to Q's Red October reference in this PDF, and maybe the Iron Eagle reference too. I'm going to have to read that, but it's going to be it's a PDF. The Knights of Malta examined, page 27. Red October was found. So Red October wasn't a submarine. The hunt for a buyer of American steel is over, possibly Russia. The hunt for a buyer of American steel is over, possibly Russia. But he said it wasn't money No, Q said specifically it wasn't money or trade. Drop the hammer. So is that Snowden being rescued or brought in? Good guy, bad guy? Like, you know what I mean? Got it, Q. That's a good thing, Anon. Annoying at times, but means it's spreading. The whole purpose of us. According to Higgum, the subversive business elite, the group he calls the fraternity, had long-standing ideological and economic reasons for their wartime collaboration with the Nazi enemy. Anti-Semitism, sympathy for Hitler, distaste for the Roosevelt New Deal, and its supposed Jewish communist components blended with major financial, industrial, and technological alliances between German and American enterprises. During the 1930s, members of the fraternity supported the Black Legion, a Klan-type fascist organization based in Michigan, financed the American Liberty League's hate campaign. The Black Legion. Is that what I said? The Black Legion financed the American Liberty League's hate campaign. I didn't let it load, so it's going to do it. It's going to reverse it, and it's going to reverse it. Let's just reverse it back out of here. So the only thing I could read is J. Peter Grace and Project Paperclip, and then the rest is unreadable. I'm not going to try to read that. Well below redacted standards. Agreed. Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay, here we go. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. So that was a fraternity. J. Peter Grayson, Project Paperclip. On January 16th, 1980, ABC TV broadcast a special news close-up, Escape from Justice, Nazi War Criminals in America, which discussed Grace's role in Project Paperclip. The transcript of the program, available from ABC on request, states Project Paperclip, from the end of World War II to the mid-1950s, brought more than 900 German scientists to the United States. Otto Ambros was a chemist and director of the notorious IG Farben company, which supplied gasoline and rubber for Hitler's war effort. So IG Farben supplied gasoline and rubber for Hitler's war effort. Ambros played a supervisory role in the construction of IG Farben's plant in the Polish village of Auschwitz. For IG Farben, wow, Auschwitz, a Polish village of Auschwitz? For IG Farben, Auschwitz concentration inmates provided a plentiful source of cheap labor. The Nuremberg prosecution charged that each day at Farben's plant, 100 people died from sheer exhaustion. Otto Ambros was convicted of slavery and mass murder and sentenced to 8 years in prison. But even while on trial at Nuremberg, Ambros was a target for U.S. recruiters from Project Paperclip. His prison sentence was commuted after only 3 years by American officials, and he was helped in a bid to enter the United States by J. Peter Grace, president of W.R. Grace, a major American chemical company, An internal State Department document describes how J. Peter Grace helped Otto Ambros in his efforts to enter the U.S. In a memorandum to the U.S. ambassador to Germany, Grace acknowledges that Ambros was a war criminal. But he adds that in the years he's known Ambros, we have developed a deep administration, not only for his ability, but more important, for his character in terms of truthfulness and integrity. Today, Otto Ambros does consulting work for W.R. Grace and Company and lives here in Mannheim. So that's in Germany. Mannheim. In a recent telephone interview, Ambros said, "I'm happy to still be working as a chemist, but it's funny. Now I'm helping the Americans." In June 1981, largely in response to the efforts of well-known war crimes researcher Charles Allen, Yeshiva University canceled a $150 a plate dinner it had organized to honor Grace. See also Joe Conason and Martin A. Rosenblatt. Oh, we got a Rosenblatt. The Corporate State of Grace. Village Voice, April 12, 1983. When the scandal broke in West Germany over the Flick Company, paying huge sums of money to various politicians and parties, it was learned that additionally Flick had taken improper tax waivers and used the money to pump millions of dollars into W.R. Grace Co., becoming a major shareholder. Friedrich Karl Flick himself sits on the Grace board. As the Moscow New Times reminded its readers, number 8, 1983, citing Der Spiegel, Friedrich Karl's father, Flick Sr., had poured money into the coffers of the Nazi Party in January 1933. And after Göring had promised the Ruhr magnates that the March 5th elections will be the last elections in this decade and perhaps in this century. Oh, wow. March 5th elections would be the last elections in this decade and perhaps in the century. He contributed another 200,000 marks. This sum was handed to SS Reichsfuhrer Himmler. 200,000 or? Yeah, 200,000 marks. This sum was handed to SS Reichsfuhrer Himmler. Flick Sr. was subsequently sentenced at Nuremberg to 7 years for using slave labor, spoliation, and being an accessory to the crimes of the SS. To ensure a good beginning for his son, the war criminal sent him after the war for early training with W.R. Grace. Just hold on. Stom's Sovereignty Diplomacy. As its name suggests, SMOM, is both a sovereign and historically a military organization. Its headquarters, occupying a square block in Rome at 68 Via Condotti, enjoys the extraterritorial legal status granted to an embassy of sovereign state. The Italian police are not welcome on its territory. It issues its own stamps and has formal diplomatic relations and exchanges ambassadors. Hold on, damn it. I can't. It's like hard to read for some reason. It issues its own stamps and has former diplomatic relations and exchanges, ambassadors with a number of countries. On November 13, 51, Italian President Aldici di Gasperi recognized the diplomatic sovereignty of SMOM, S-M-O-M, although he held off formal exchange of diplomatic envoys. On January 11, 83, the New York Daily News announced that to establish full diplomatic relations, a joint statement said today. Hold on. Does that announced that? It announced that. President Reagan's ambassador to the Vatican, William Wilson, is coincidentally a Knight of Malta. So President Reagan's ambassador to the Vatican is a Knight of Malta. This guy, William Wilson. On September 5, 84, French Foreign Minister Claude Caisson signed a formal protocol with SMOM, or SMOM, for various cooperative projects, including aid to victims of conflicts. Already in existence at the time of the First Crusade in 1099, or 1099, in 1113, the Order of St. John was given its independence by Pope Paschal II, permitted to elect its own Grand Master, and soon the order began military participation in the Crusades. Well below redacted standards. Red October not up to standards. Red October not up to standards. Which three-letter or more goes there also? Mentioned of Clothman and the fraternity. Paperclip. Paper. Paperclip and paper. And Sovereign Military Order of Malta. Just, can you do it? Thank you. The hunt for Snowden. A lot of what you say is for the bad actors. This is an information war, after all. Nine posts so far. The hunt for Red October was a part of the search for the intel that was to boomerang against the swamp. That mission is done. Now on to the heavy intel of Red October. I'll be honest with you, 8chan is more informative than Q sometimes. The hunt for Red October was a part of the search for the intel that was to boomerang against the swamp. That mission is done. Now on to the heavier intel of Red October. Since the North Korean nuclear threat to the U.S. is standing down, the cabal would need another major FF to continue their 16-year plan. Possibly polluting our water with chemicals may be their alternate plan. The Russian spy, Lunev, mentioned this event was an option. So wait, hold on, this is good. Since North Korean nuclear threat to the U.S. is standing down, the cabal would need another major FF to continue their 16-year plan, possibly polluting our water with chemicals, maybe their alternate plan. The Russian spy who was poisoned. Oh no, there was a Russian spy poisoned though. Hold on, there was a Russian spy poisoned. He was poisoned over in the UK. Just stick with me, Russian spy. Just stick with me, hold on. Oh, hold on, I need... Jeesh. Change to English. All right. Russian spy mystery. Counter-terror police take charge of investigation. Live updates. Russian spy Sergei Skripal Skripal collapsed alongside daughter. A woman in Russian spy mystery is Sergei Skripal's daughter. So this Russian spy was poisoned in the UK. So 10 hours ago, he was fighting for his life after being poisoned by unknown substance. So I just want to let you know that. Russian spy mystery. The alleged poisoning of former spy Sergei Skripal follows a long tradition of Russia eliminating its enemies, according to an expert on Russian politics. So they're saying Russia did it. Dr. Paul Flenke, a senior lecturer in politics and international relations at Portsmouth University, says Russia and its secret police had a code to avenge treachery. I'm gonna stop reading because this is The Guardian and I don't trust it. But so a Russian spy was poisoned. Okay, let's go on. We are so behind. I hope we can catch on soon. Why is Q posting documents of the CA? It's dismantling of CA3, the Clinton CA. Why is Q posting documents of the CA? It's dismantling. I gotta read these documents. Red October is Edward Snowden, and he was found. Relevant FBI omitted. Military checked. Hold on. Just hold on. Open up for me, please. I got this blower outside. This guy's outside now. And I got too much research already recorded, so... Sounds like that Asian op was Snowden. Can you just blow the picture up? Usually... Okay. Army, Navy, Air, FBI. Washington distribution indicated by X. Field distribution by number. Relevant FBI omitted. Military checked. Don't think Red October has anything to do with steel. It seems the only Nazis who actually died were the civilians and the young boys who were brainwashed into sacrificing their lives for the Reich. The Vatican helped all the criminals escape. Dirty Chinese steel, indeed. Red October, steel, tariffs. That Red October steel plant is interesting. It is hopelessly outdated and going to be replaced, yet has state-of-the-art recreational facilities. Also, it was dirty, yet had workers praised for production. Women used as crane operators. Sounds like it was a front for something else. Other file talks about American OSS CIA precursor coordinating with Nazis. Was the Red October steel also a front for Soviet Nazi collaboration? Was the Red October steel plant a front for Soviet Nazi collaboration? Equal sign? This is what I brought, or this is what I thought. We can gut it, our taxes will go down. POTUS tweeted about steel. What part are we missing? These anons came up with some great map theories and connections. Any of them correct? It's driving me nuts knowing the whole plan and info is in front of us, ready to be read. Thank you, Q, for any more help. The hunt is over. Bridge. What's the point of all this? Thank you so much for your service. It showed that the AF-1 was safe enough to fly over North Korea. There's like an anon saying, what's the point of all this? It showed the AF-1 was safe enough to fly over North Korea. That implies North Korea wasn't a threat. Disarmed. Q. POS here. Hire me. I'll take some out. Then you can kill me. Won't even struggle or put a fuss. Well, that's weird. Do y'all realize you're missing some Q posts though? Come on, let's go back to Discord. At Snowden, welcome to China. Border crossing, -3, Spartans die. Spartans in darkness. At Snowden, welcome to China. Border crossing, -3, Spartans in darkness. Q. Water. Why is this event big? What does it signify? Why is North Korea out of the news? As the world turns. Q. Watch the water. Q. Water. Why is this a big event? What does it signify? Why is North Korea out of the news as the world turns? Calm, tranquil, blah, blah, blah. Future proves past. You have so much more than you know. Biggest intel drop in our known history. Watch the water. Learn double meanings. News unlocks map. Why is steel so important? Expand your thinking. There's the PDF. Why was the hunt for removed? Expand your thinking. Not related to money or trade. See? Not related to money or trade. This is why I like Stormbot. It's all right there. Bam, bam, bam. You might miss a couple of them if you're just on there. Why was the hunt for removed? Expand your thinking. Not related to money or trade. But you need both, kind of. The more you read, the more you understand. I mean, the more you learn. Not related to money or trade. The map has everything. News and tweets unlocks the map. This is and this is the reading room docs. That's number 57. Red October steel plant. That's the reason why I went over there, but I'm so glad I did. So country, USSR, Stalingrad Oblast. Subject, Red October steel plant in Stalingrad. 26 April 54. Secret, control, U.S. officials only. The Red October steel plant in Stalingrad was obliterated during World War II. Do you think the Asia live op posted was for nothing? Do you think the Asia live op posted was for nothing? Also, 111 days before Monday was this. Did we decide it was North Korea? So 111 days before Monday was this. Did we decide it was North Korea? November 14th. Thank you, Asia. Hashtag USA, Donald Trump. That was out the window. Did anyone see this in the vid? Isn't that curious? What's below? Q. What is below? Yesterday at 10, he says, 10:10. 10:10. Is the stage set for a drop of HRC? Plus, 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 raw video 5.5. We have it all. Reread regarding stage. The nail in many coffins. Liberal undo. Impossible to defend. Toxic to those connected. We must work together. We are only as strong as your voice. We are only as strong as your voice. You must organize and be heard. This is why they keep you divided and in the dark, weak. We are here to unite and provide truth. So they need us more than we need them. You get what's going on here? We need to start doing it. We need to start doing it. Everybody. People need to start doing it. We are here to unite and provide truth. Dark to light. So we've been put in the dark. The intelligence agencies have been lying to us. It's going from dark to light. Evil surrounds us. We are fighting for you. Where we go one, we go all. The choice to know will be yours. End. So yesterday at 10:30, Now, Q, in response to an anon saying 1 of 5, and another anon 2 of 5, so that's 1 of 5 and 2 of 5, that may be post. What is the steel used for military-grade projects was made inferior by our enemies as a method to weaken? Exactly. Was the steel used for military-grade projects? What if the steel used for military-grade projects was made inferior by our enemies as a method to weaken? What if Hussein knew and authorized? Renegade. How many Marines volunteered to serve Hussein during his term? Why? What if his name, we don't say, organized the deal? The U.S. taxpayer subsidizes the world. America has been sold to the highest bidder. America has been weakened on purpose. The depths of their treason is unimaginable. Pure evil. Hell on earth. HRC victory. Q. Why is steel so important? Let's look where steel was produced in our country. These cities are blue strongholds still, and many are located around the areas of poor minorities. Since mills closed and wealth left the area, if Trump brings these people back to work, he can effectively eliminate blue-collar, poor black Democrat areas. American steel. Steel is important to Defense Department for weapons, planes, ships, tanks, satellites, etc., and for GNP output such as automobile plants. And steel is important for infrastructure rebuilding. (11-11-18). A parade that will never be forgotten. Ask yourself why. God bless our brave men and women in uniform. We'll never forget. Yeah, so the steel, by the way, that's what I'm saying. China weakened America on purpose. There's places that have all this Chinese steel that are falling apart. The bolts in this bridge up here, up in Northern California, are falling apart. Literally, it's a freaking hazard. That's all over the country. Today at 7:57, do you believe in coincidences? Only the beginning. Mobile, Reuters.com, article map, Twitter impression, true. This is getting long, so I mean, you gotta figure it all out. Twitter impressions, true. MobileRecruiters.com. Okay, Twitter impressions, true. Today at 8 a.m., trust the plan. How did Q know they were going to be in front of that picture this time? How did Q know they were going to be in front of that picture this time? Today at 8:05 a.m., these people, or these PEO, and then arrow. Oh, these people are stupid. Wait for Russia, China reports. Sabotage. Wait for Russia, China reports. Sabotage. Investigation. Strike 99999. So it's like 900 or 99 million or something like nine. You know what I mean? How many nines are there for the love of Pete Santilli? So yeah, 99,999,999. Q. So that's just blank. Today at 8:07 a.m., first boom revealed. Did you catch it? The last will be magical. Q. No, I didn't catch it. Damn it. I'm over here on the West Coast. What's going on? What's going on, guys? What's going on? I didn't catch it. Gotta wait till it loads because it'll take me down to where I need to have it. Just believe me on this, okay? Just let it load. Just let it load. Just let it load, let it load. I'll take a sip of coffee while it's loading. I'll take a sip of coffee while it's loading. Ah. First boom revealed. Did you catch it? The last will be magical. Are you for real? Missouri has always been first Wednesday of month. And we do no longer import an energy to produce it. And we no longer import the energy to produce it. Q is the German press under CIA control. Zebra, bring the thunder. Killbox, light T, 1A, 23, go 5, Q. Zebra equals Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department SWAT team. 23, number of guns Paddock had in Mandalay Bay hotel room. 1A equals freight elevator at Mandalay Bay Hotel. T, Tango, in military alphabet relates to Beyonce performance at Mandalay Bay. Cell block, Tango, at event center. Conclusion, the 23 guns were transported in 5 runs, go 5, via the 1A freight elevator, no security. Side entrance from garage was near concert stage, event center, adjoining parking garage, possibly transported at daylight, sunset. Ho! Hell of a drop! 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 Did you hear that? Boom! Zebra! Woo! Drop some shit on us right there. Dark, Godspeed on your mission. Good morning, Q. We trust the plan. Thank you again and give our thanks to all the patriots fighting for all of us and in harm's way. God bless the United States, President Trump, and our military. Thank you. So there will be reports that prove Russian and Chinese steel was deliberately made shoddy for the U.S. Methinks we need to look into steel companies in these countries to find out who is connected to them. They never thought she would lose. Then NWS shows this. Tornado warning. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for all of Illinois, effective until March 6th. March 6th? Today's March 6th. Tornado warning emergency. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for all of Illinois, effective until March 6th. More steel connections with HRC and Clinton Foundation. One of the attendees at these conferences speaks to the sickness of some donor relationship. I gotta end it there, guys. It's getting to the point where it's getting too long. So look at here. Hold on, let's go back. Let's finish the Q post. Let's finish the Q post. Do you think the Asia was for nothing? Weakened our shit on purpose. Do you believe in coincidences? Only the beginning. Mobile. Reuters. Trust the plan. Q. How did Q know they were going to be in front of that picture? Wait for the reports. First boom revealed. Did you catch it? The last will be magical. Q. I'm out of here.